All right. Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Real Estate. It's Thursday, so it's Tech Tip Thursday. Sorry, we're running a few minutes behind. And also, I have to say, I'm sorry that I misspoke all week. I thought our guest. I just had my calendar screwed up. I had been teasing Scott Pierce with listings to leads, but don't fret. Scott will be on with us next Thursday, December 7th. He'll be our special guest for Tech Tip Thursday, next Thursday, December 7th. Today, we're waiting on Eliot, and I was going to ask him, embarrassingly, live here. I don't know if it's Tomaszewski. I'm not sure how to say his last name, but it's T. There he is. Beautiful. Eliot, who is the COO at Listings to Leads, and he did just pop into the green room here on our live stream.
Isn't he Zoodealio?
What's that?
Isn't he Zoodealio? You said Listings to Leads. Zoodealio, right?
What did I say? I screwed it up again. COO at Zoodealio. COO at Zoodealio. Man, I'm still in a turkey fog, I guess. I don't even know. So Eliot with COO of Zoodealio, which for me is the ultimate cash offer platform and solution as a real estate agent. It is a incredible way for you to make good on cash offers, but not just the typical traditional, low ball cash offers. We're talking about cash offers that actually solve a problem for the client. And we'll get into that and share some of that. There he is. Good morning, sir.
Sorry, StreamYard settings are a little bit different here. So took me 30 seconds there to figure out how to get in which camera, this, that, which audio play, the whole bit. But we're good now.
All good. You're here now. And so we're excited for that. We are, I was doing a little bit of intro. So this is Eliot, COO at Zoodealio. Eliot, I should have asked ahead of time. Is it Tomaszewski?
Tomaszewski.
It's one of those. Over 2.
Yeah, it's 11 letters long. A lot of times people just see all those letters and just get worried.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you just gotta say it?
Yeah, Tomaszewski.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Like Coach Krzyzewski. Anyway, so let's start here, Eliot, because some of the viewers, like myself, are familiar with Zoodealio, but many, including Ryan, only have limited knowledge of the platform. So,
sure.
What would be the elevator, the 30, 60, 90-second explanation of what is Zoodealio and why should I care as a real estate agent?
Yeah, well, first of all, Zoodealio gives you that lead magnet, that hook that you're looking for in today's time, right? It gives you those instant cash offers and unique selling solutions that only you will be able to supply to your client through Zoodealio. You get a landing page, an entire back end, some marketing suite tools, a whole bunch of things to help you scale up your message and ultimately do more business. And ultimately, as we know right now with all this, commission buyer lawsuit stuff that's going on, more than ever, you need to be focusing on seller leads. And that's what this is we've really positioned ourselves as one of the best seller lead generating partners in the industry.
Yeah, totally. 100%. I've been using the platform for not quite 2 years. And, it is a wonderful, unique value proposition and differentiator for yourself, in a market that is growing in competition for listings, right? If you can have different value propositions, unique value propositions to stand out and be able to deliver on those value propositions, right? To actually make good on those offers. It is one way that you can stand out and win as a listing agent in the market today. So,
absolutely.
I mentioned I've been using it for a long time. What would be, in your experience, as far as the platform goes, what are you seeing that is working best for agents like myself right now with it?
Well, we really deal with a couple of different types of agents, right? There's a lot of agents that I would say are marketing based, and then agents that are prospecting based. So I think sometimes the quickest way to the hook is using it as a prospecting tool. So giving an example there is you're dealing with canceled, expireds, death, divorce, probate, or well, death, probate, kind of same thing. But essentially what you're doing with that is you're being able to pick up the phone or even send out a text message, a direct response email campaign that says, hey, would you like to get or would you like to see your home's value and what a cash buyer might pay for your house today? Instantly see all your selling solutions in one simple place in less than 10 seconds. Right. And so that's genuinely what the platform does, right? It allows them to go in there, enter their address, register, it returns details about their properties, make sure that it's the correct property. They click submit, and literally within 5 seconds, it returns multiple offers that all the offers / options that qualify for that home instantaneously.
Right. Yeah. And I'll share one way that we started using the platform just recently, and I've got a training on this. If you want a video replay of this, just go to wakeup.realestate and use the little chat widget. We've been going and finding the pre-foreclosures, just using Zillow, because Zillow, at least in my market, will show you the pre-foreclosures. Yep. We go and find their info. We make them, we send an email and a text just asking, hey, would you consider selling your property at blank address to one of our clients this winter? And the value that Zoodealio provides is when we have someone say yes, we can actually present them with an offer. It's not some bait and switch. We're also using it with for sale by owners. So, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, is the property still available? Yes. Would you pay a finder's fee if we brought you an acceptable offer? Yes. Okay, great. I've got a preliminary offer for you. When can we hop on Zoom, or when can I stop by to review the offer and look at the numbers? Some interesting stats, and I haven't heard these from you in a while, but I would guess they're similar for people to keep in mind. For every 100 homeowners that request a cash offer or something along those lines, what does that break down to at least what the data says? How many will accept that offer? And then what's the more exciting stat that goes with that?
Yeah, so this is one of the biggest pieces of it all, right? So it's roughly about 5%, depending on the offer types, right? We're honestly constantly trying to improve that, and we have one exclusive offer that I'll talk about here in just a second that really is ticking it up in today's market. But essentially, that acceptance rate is usually right around 5%, right? If you look at most of the iBuyers, right, outside of Zillow, theirs was a little bit lower, but that's just because they had, 300 million visitors, every single month nationally. So anyway, 5% acceptance rate. However, what is crazy is about 50% of these leads go on to list their house within a 12-month window. Right. So that's the other part when you're really looking at this is that a lot of people are using this as step number one, or almost kind of like a backup plan. What's that safety net that I can press the sell now button and have it be done? That really starts the conversation. So that's where a lot of platforms and something that, even we're partnering with most of our agents on is, it's kind of really that list with the ultimate confidence, right? We'll give you a cash offer that's good on your house for, 60 days, 90 days. And in most cases, to where if they want to list on the market and they don't sell within that time frame, they could always come back to the cash offer and it's guaranteed for that time frame.
Yeah. So let's run those. For every 100 cash offers, and again, these are just general statistics. They hold true, but they're they'll vary by market, et cetera. Every 100, 3 to 5 or so will accept the cash offer. But the bigger, more exciting part is a big chunk of those will list and sell their home, or will sell their home in some form or fashion in the next 6, 9, 12 months.
So the actual data is about 45%, right? It's just underneath 45%. Within a 12-month window, right now, we'll either accept a cash offer or list their house on the market, right? And so that's where I think that where we've created an automated marketing piece, which I was just talking with Ryan about, and of course you, Josh, about it as well. A new product that we call Blast that really does the automated follow-up. So once they're in the system will systematically follow up with them by prompting them, and saying, hey, Mr. Homeowner, do you want to see your home's updated cash offers and options? Click here to see all your options, right? And it kind of gives them, data on their house, future trends, where it currently is at. They can, basically adjust their house, upload photos in their house in a scoring system, right? That kind of qualifies their house, and it gives them just a really intelligent look that if this cash offer option makes sense. So one of the biggest things I want to talk about that I think that's just so pertinent for this, that we've kind of trailblazed, and quite frankly, we've even seen some of the bigger, companies adopt some of the strategies that we had, that we kind of paved the way on, is really where we'll buy the house in cash, come in, take possession. We'll actually, we call it, so that what I'm talking about is called the cash plus, right? They get a cash offer. Then we come in and improve the house. We're talking potentially, paint, carpet, rehab, remodeling a kitchen, remodeling bathrooms, depends on the scenario. But then we turn around and resell that house. And if that house sells for more, which it does 95% of the time in a rehab situation, that actual difference, the upside proceeds, go back to the homeowner. So it's a super, super compelling offer for agents to bring to their clients, right? And that's what it's designed to do. Get these homeowners to raise their hand and put yourself in selling conversations.
And I've heard, I don't know if it was you or Kayla, you got a pretty good script. Basically, how to flip your own property, right? Like how to flip your own primary residence and do so where there's minimal risk on their part, everybody loves the flip this house shows on HGTV.
Flip your own house.
But the reality is, a lot of those end up going sideways for one reason or another. This is a little bit safer route, and that is the offer that I am most often leading with to start the conversation, because of the fact that it's not a lowball offer, and because there's that. You're playing on the greed gland, let's say, a little bit of the possibility of getting more equity. So I love that program. The sell and stay is a great option for some folks. I've actually I have an appointment tomorrow morning to get interior and exterior photos for folks that they're building a new house, and the sell and stay option they're strongly considering. So we're trying to get the photos to get them the best offer possible. By the way, if you're watching live, folks, feel free to comment below with questions for Eliot. And if you pop those in after the fact and we don't have them, we'll answer your comments. We'll get your questions answered and point you in the right direction. I want to press on the blast function, which is a new feature. For those of you trying to understand, like what does that function like? If you're familiar with HomeBot or Home IQ, or there's some others like that, it's similar to that, except theoretically considerably better, because it's more gauged around them selling the property and them engaging with the different offers and creating, and Ryan and I love this, and we talk about this all the time, creating your marketing and follow-up in such a way that you can then strategically follow up with people based upon their behaviors. So Eliot, if I understand correctly, the user can see, oh, Eliot came and looked at his home and he clicked on the cash plus offer option, right? So we can follow up strategically, not creepy, right? Don't be creepy about it, but you have intel to let you know, or, Eliot clicked on that or went to that one, multiple months in a row or multiple times. So it gives each user, each agent using the platform intel and data that they can have a good idea of which might be a little bit more likely or motivated to do something.
Well, we all know that, knowledge is power, right? So simply put, how it works is it will invite them into the platform where they can see all of their offers and options. There's a couple of triggers that run as far as in automated fashion. Anytime that they've opened up 3 consecutive months, it reports it back to the agent, or anytime that they've opened it 3 times in one particular month, it triggers them as a likely seller, and you should be reaching out to them. So that's part of one of the biggest things I tout, right, is being able to get a big database so you can go wide with your message, and then you go deep on the people that are interacting with it, right? And so that's just more sophisticated technology today, where it's capturing these homeowners behaviors. And then additionally, right, one of the things with obviously the rise of AI and all of these types of things that are going on, in the not too distant future, what we will be doing is actually sending systematic converting messages when people are engaging with the cash plus, the sell now, move later, looking to potentially list their house, right? So it's going to send them these follow-ups to help curate those leads on the agent's behalf. So it's, again, this is where prospecting, lead gen / marketing is absolutely going. And I mean, again, I come from that old school, right? I've been in the game almost 20 years now, unfortunately. And, once upon a time, I had to reverse look things up. I mean, it was really before CRMs were even prominent. Right. We had to manually do everything. And when you think about how much you can scale out your message to a sizable database now, it's almost not fair. So again, everybody that's on here live, and I mean, I know a lot of you maybe have heard me talk about things before, but that's where you guys get that unfair advantage. When you can put out these exclusive opportunities at scale, these times of contraction are actually opportunities of expansion for you and your business, because so many other agents are running scared and for the hills and not knowing what to do. Well, you get to broadcast your message. And that's where, again, I don't know if it's okay to pull in Ryan here on this, but I was just talking with him the other day about, a new strategy that we actually have in the works. It's on our blueprint, and we're, entering in some beta on it. But essentially, I'll let the cat out of the bag a bit on it. What we're looking to do is create a cash offer farm or a cash offer to your database with postcards. So based on behaviors and engagement, you'll be able to absolutely send a live cash offer to homeowners via postcard that they could say, hey, Josh, here's your cash offer at $500,000 with a range of $495 to $525. Scan here to view your offer details. Boom, pulls them right into the platform, makes them register. So again, just stuff that's not been done before. And that's exactly what we're after here, is giving agents the unfair advantage in the marketplace to be able to expand their message and dominate and ultimately do more transactions, but also help the public and serve, right? That's, to me, what it's about.
Yeah, I imagine the scan rate on that's going to be pretty good, because who's not going to be curious about who the offer is or what it is?
Absolutely.
Even if they don't want to sell right now, they're going to engage.
Well, speaking of which, so I've been sharing and talking about over the last few weeks on the show here, an automated process where I've got ads running where we're generating interested home value leads, and we're using Zoodealio in the follow-up. Part of that is we have a 9-touch direct mail campaign running with Thanks.io. The second touch is the gist of it is get multiple cash offers instantly. And we have started to get hits on that already. In fact, earlier this week, we got the first couple of scans on that, and they just started going out. The leads just got to that step in the campaign. So that's been very encouraging. We also this morning had one pre-foreclosure and one for sale by owner engage, and we've got preliminary offers with them. And so, this isn't theory or fluff. Like, this is stuff that's working right now. And not just for me, but Eliot, I don't know, you guys, I mean, I'll tell you, you have thousands of users using it at different levels, right? I mean, agents wouldn't be using it to that degree if there wasn't a value and it makes sense, right? A great question here in the comments. Could you share the pre-foreclosure script? So I will share the script, but understand that the initial script is just part of a bigger process, right? Like, you might get some responses to the initial, and we've been getting them, but it's really playing the long game, because, again, going back to Eliot, the stats that we talked about, for every 100 cash offer requests, 3 to 5 will accept that, but 45% are going to sell their house in the next 12 months. And that's why we've got the direct mail campaign going and automated follow-up. We're going to be layering on blast, etc. But here's the script, okay? Very simple. Hey, Eliot, would you consider selling your property at street address to one of our clients this winter? And we'll change this winter to this spring as we get to the end of the winter. And it's just going with a very direct. And if they say yes, that's where we go and get the preliminary offer. and we can make good on the fact that we have a client that has, that is willing to make an offer on
a very well qualified client.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
that's the whole goal, right? Is when you can get people to raise their hand and who's more the likely sellers. I mean, we haven't even discussed that, right? Like that's actually one of my biggest things is nowadays you can upload these lists of likely sellers and they're constantly improving, right? And I can personally attest to that. I'm talking to a lot of these data companies, the algorithms that they've built, right? They're obviously social trolling, IP trolling, right? So they're capturing internet behaviors, and a lot of them are now saying that their accuracy of predictability is running around 80% in an 18-month window. So I don't know about you guys. I'll take those odds any day of the week. If I can get a list of people that are going to transact 50 to 80% of the time in an 18-month window, and now I just have to make sure my message is being broadcasted to them, the availability, the uniqueness of my offerings, then I'm capturing that engagement. They're curating the likeliness. Then I pick up the telephone, call them with scripts like you had, just based on behaviors. It's smart prospecting, right? That's part of what I love about these systems that we have is we got to take our time back, right? And if you could take your most precious resource, your time, and focus it on the people that are actually doing something based on their behaviors, it's like a cheat code.
Yeah. Todd asked about the price. Here's how I'm going to jump in and answer that, and then Eliot, you can provide. Yep. So I use iList. And I've been talking about that. That's part of the process. That's part of like the big picture strategy that I was talking about, that we've got the direct mail, et cetera. And iList has a smoking deal with Zoodealio where you can get it at a fraction of the cost. And I love marrying the two together. There's a lot of synergies there, and it just plays very nicely together. And that's how we are. That's the tech stack that we're using to bring in these interested local sellers and then follow up and follow through with them. If somebody wanted to go directly, Eliot, what is, I don't even know what the pricing is currently.
So we actually run promos all of the time. We have one going on right now where that automated marketing piece actually gets included into it. That's, in general, it's usually a bit of a bolt-on additional cost just because of the, additional pieces from it from a cost standpoint for us. It's actually $129 a month is what the cost is. But like I said, I would encourage everybody on here that's interested in that, go to Zoodealio.com and you can certainly check out the pricing there. But I would also reach out to our sales team and they can inform you about certain promos and things like that we have going on. You can get a live demo, all of those types of things to make sure it's a fit for your business.
And if you're interested in the tech stack, combining those two together, if you go to growwithjosh.com/iList, get signed up there, we'll help you get everything that we've got set up that we're doing. We've done this for a few folks, including setting up your syncing with your CRMs, the direct mail campaign that we're using, any and all of that. We're happy to do that for folks who are interested. Soledad asked about a demo. You can go and do that. Eliot mentioned you can go to Zoodealio.com and you can get a demo. And also, I have Eliot scheduled, not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. I don't even know what the date of that is. The 13th, December 13th. He's going to come on our mastermind, which is more interactive Zoom. So December 13th for our weekly mastermind, 1 Eastern, which you can register and come to those, that one or any of them, at wakeup.realestate/MM. We're going to do a deeper dive, more strategy tactical. But in the meantime, Soledad, don't wait on that. Just go to Zoodealio and ask for a demo. They'll be happy to do that. It's beyond the scope of what we have Eliot scheduled for here today. But if you want to wait till we do the mastermind, so be it. But I wouldn't. I would check it out sooner than later. Start getting it integrated. And so for me, I think maybe this would be a good way to wrap it up. Like, most of you on here have past clients. Great opportunity to re-engage them with this offer. Most of you have home value leads of some kind that you've generated over the last few months or the last few years. some of you even the last few decades, right? Great way to re-engage with them. It is an incredible tool for farming if you're doing any farming, etc. This is what here's transparently one of the reasons why I don't know what the price is, because I don't care what it is. It's so like whatever it is, if listing more properties in 2024 is part of your plan, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer, right? And I'll speak directly to the EXP audience for a minute, because I've had a lot of EXPers ask me, well, why don't you just use express offers? Okay. And I'm not going to, this isn't to bash anything. Express offers is a particular, it's a particular service that we have with EXP, but they're not making the kind of offers like the Cash Plus offer that Eliot mentioned. That platform, more often than not, is the low ball cash offer buy box, right? This is a way that, we've had some offers come back that, like, I was even, pleasantly surprised, right? Like the clients were blown away. Does that happen all the time? No. But, to me, it's apples to oranges, the comparison there. And again, complete no brainer if listings, adding more listings and becoming a more listing centric agent in 2024, which if you're paying attention, it probably should be part of your plan based upon everything that's going on. To me, it's an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah, well, and can I add something onto that real quick?
Yeah, please do.
So the other thing too, I mean, again, quite frankly, one of our largest member base is actually EXP, and the reason why is because you guys understand the value very much of that cash offer hook. What makes Zoodealio so different is, first of all, the real-time offers. Additionally, is that it's a side-by-side comparison of all those unique selling options. You have a digital interface. You have a shareable link. You have an additional, it's a part of your tech stack that integrates with everything else that you're doing. So when you're looking to scale out your message, this is the way to do it. Yep. Express offers is really like a lot of times a one-off resource. You can go get that offer, and a lot of times you'll have the offers back in 24, 48, 72 hours, right? So that's one of the key differences as far as that goes. And the offers a lot of times are emailed, right? Or I don't know if they've updated certain things. Josh, maybe you can educate me on that. But I know
I've been using Zoodealio. I haven't had a reason to use it. Also, the buy box in my market, very rural market, is limited.
Yeah, so just overall the display is quite a bit different. And at the end of the day, let's just say that you, like I said, that even if you're paying for the cost of the platform, when you weigh that in comparison to bringing in even one more deal, and again, our prominent users are realizing many transactions from it every single year, every single quarter, even some even monthly. Where when you really look at the reality of those types of things, again, it's just all about being able to do more business, and it's a way to invest and ultimately serve and support your clients bigger. And when you do that, the rewards are yours.
And one last thing I'm going to mention before we wrap up here, the dashboard is designed in such a way you can add in what the numbers look like if you were listing the property. You can put in a listing option, and then the seller sees in black and white how those numbers shape out, because in a lot of cases, they have an idea in mind what it costs to sell with a real estate agent. And then when you provide them with context, then that's part of the reason why you can position yourself, or how you can position yourself to get that 45% of those cash offers that are going to list and sell in 12 months by presenting that transparently right in the dashboard, which we will demo and do a deeper dive with and on to not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, December 13th with Eliot. You can register for that at wakeup.realestate/MM. Eliot, thank you so much for spending some time with our community here this morning. Appreciate you, and very much excited for that deeper dive on the mastermind. I'll also bring some specific examples of how we're using it and showing some of the results on that as well. So thanks again. A couple more housekeeping items for everybody. Tomorrow, follow-up Friday, I'm going to be I'm sharing my early results to the updated version of my weekly email newsletter and some of those templates and how I'll even show how I'm leveraging the cash offer hook in that weekly email newsletter as well. And then we've got a regular schedule next week. For those of you when I misspoke earlier in the week, Scott Pierce with Listings to Leads, we're going to have him next Thursday for our Tech Tip Thursday. Lots of good stuff. Elliot, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Good to see you, Ryan.
Look at this.
Good to see you, Elliot.
Thank
we
you.
almost got the
Appreciate it.
social post for the day. It's a very simple one. Just grab a property of the day, post it with a link. That's about it. Just don't forget to do it.
Yep, there you go. Social post of the day. Always got to make good on that. And also a quick note, rates. Rates are going down. It's a good time.
They were for 2 days, but there's a big pullback today. Technical pullback.
Oh, there was? Oh, boy.
You should have locked in yesterday. So I would wait till next week to lock in at this point. And
Okay,
I'm not a professional mortgage person, so don't listen to me at all. But
not mortgage advice whatsoever. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all. Hopefully see you tomorrow. If you need anything in the meantime, go to wakeup.realestate. Use the little chat widget bottom right. See you tomorrow.
See you guys.